rocket, but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, see? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks. It's just a Saturday night. I can't hit that I know. Let's have a little fun. Although I'm getting uncomfortable with some things. We gonna have our fun. It's a Saturday night. You know what we do here on a Saturday night. But there's some things starting to make me uncomfortable. And we're gonna go over that. So it's just, we're ready. We're ready for what comes next. And I'm starting to feel icky. And I don't like it. And so we'll get into this. But I'm going to say this right now. Anybody that wants to talk anything other than just quarterbacks, bring it. Let's do some of that. Anything else you want to talk about? We talk about the quarterbacks. You got an obligation to. You got an obligation to. But anybody that wants to talk about anything else, that would be a welcome distraction from where this is all at. Right when I say that, BBG should be the coach. Hey, John, what's your thought on the QB? Hey, this shirt's a large. Donnie gave me this at the last tailgate last year. Donnie gave me that. This one's a large. But it's long. I could wear it on the show because it's not. The larges fit my upper body now, but then the shirt goes down to my knees. I'm going to have to do a Chris Zorich on this thing. All right, you guys, let's get into this. Extra large and in charge. I don't know about that. So let's get into this. And I'm going to give my little take on the quarterback thing. And then we're going to move on to whatever you want to talk about. If it's quarterback, it's quarterback. You dial up the calls, 312-988-15, whatever it is. Whatever it is, we'll go over it. Wherever you guys want to go. Thanks for being here on a Saturday night. Can anybody explain what happened in the past 24 hours? Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. There's a lot. I'm ready for some clarity. I'm ready for some answers. I'm ready for us to get to the next page. It's about time. The feeling I have is it's getting uncomfortable and I don't like it. So let's get into this. And then I'm going to do my little thing and we'll move on. As always, you can find that program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're here and you're drinking a beer, you may as well give it a thumbs up. Notifications on. Why would you do that? So you don't miss nothing. Twitter search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish. Twitter's, it's a lot right now. I am usually over comfortable swimming and wading in the cesspool that is Twitter. It's a lot right now. Starting to make me uncomfortable. I don't like it. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it if you don't want to see my face. Go to the audio only. Nobody blames you for that. Maybe you won't drive off the road. You don't have to see my mug. ND on SI. Read all about it. Patreon.com/alwaysirish. Promo code ND25. A lot of people been jumping on board. We are building big momentum into this season. We got an all-star team over there. Can't wait to get into it and get into the game routine. Now it's just like fun, whatever. Let's get into the game routine. I am ready for that. So thanks to everybody that joined. ND25 promo code. Oh, the boards are popping over there. Unbelievable. 24 hours a day, there's people active on those boards going back and forth, figuring out all this quarterback stuff, everything else in their head. Funny stuff, serious stuff, whatever. It's beautiful. It's like a private Twitter just with your friends you trust. It is beautiful. Sincere thanks to everybody involved with that likes it. It has gone better than I ever thought. So, couple notes as we get started. No show next Saturday night. And I know it's like, John, we've been doing them all in a row. And then right before the season, we're not going to do it. It's my daughter's birthday. We're having people over. I'm going to have kids all over the pool. I got a jump house with a slide, trying to navigate up for the one that shoots water out of it. I'm going to have like a whole bunch of little girls running around everywhere all day, all afternoon. So we're going to do that. As always, if you remember, I always take that Saturday off. It's going to be, that's the last family hoorah before the season starts. And then nobody sees me on a weekend for 6 months. See you after the new year. Like, that's just the way it is. See you after the new year. So this is the last hoorah with the family and all that and being able to do all this. Here's Irish Football Pod's got it. I'm going to ask this. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm going to ask you guys to give me your reaction to this idea. How would you feel about the following Saturday? What if we did a live watch stream of LSU Clemson here? I think that could be really fun. So it'll be Saturday night. It'll be LSU and Clemson. I can't show the video. You'll get copyright or whatever YouTube does. I don't want to go down that path. But we could all have the game on and I could kind of react to it. That ain't Monday night, is it? Tell me this screws up my plan. I'm pretty sure that's Saturday night, not Monday. Am I wrong? Somebody's got to tell me if I'm wrong or not. Unbelievable. Somebody look it up and tell me if I'm right or wrong. If that game's Saturday night and I thought it, okay, it's Saturday night. Perfect. Here's my thought. We're all going to have all this Notre Dame anxiety anyways. And Clemson LSU is seriously interesting to all of us for a million different reasons. So I figured we'll do a watch along of that game and we'll be here and people could chat. We could talk about the game and then get out some of our anxiety about Notre Dame while we're watching and rooting for Dabo. Like, I don't know if anybody isn't, but I'll be rooting for Dabo that night. You kidding me? You outside your mind? So that is an idea I'm playing with. I don't know exactly how it'll work. Probably won't. John can speak Cajun only when I do my orgeron. I'm about that party with the young kids. Down there at spring break on them girl in bikini on them and coach. Yeah, I've been drinking with the young kids. Pigskin Pete usually does his own live for their games, I think. I think that's what he does. But my thought is we could do that, work out some of our anxiety while we're watching that game the night before our game, and it kind of like covers both. Now, here's the tricky part. I don't have a TV in this room set up. So I got to go to the other side of the basement for this. So we could do all this, but I don't think I can make the calls work because I need my extra screen and I got my mixer and all the electronics. So it might not be a call-in, but maybe we just all do that together. I just think it'd be fun. And then I'm going to be 100% transparent. I'm going to give you the straight up truth. If Brian Kelly and LSU start to win, we're just going to end the stream because I'm going to be in a bad mood. See you. I'll see you after our game. I'm being totally honest. If we end up in a scenario where they start kicking ass against Clemson or whatever, I'm not going to be in the mood and we'll just shut it down. So you could tell me that's weak. You could say, grow up. I don't care. I'm no longer going to be in the mood and we'll just end the damn stream because I'm not going to do it. And if it goes the other way, we'll have the night of our lives before our game. So I'm just saying. That's my thought. And I swear, if they start like beating up on Clemson or something, I'm not going to be in the mood. So, and you know, whatever. 4 times the charm maybe for this guy since being at LSU. Maybe he can maybe he could win one opening game for the first time. But if they start winning by a lot, I'm not going to be in the mood to do the stream. So we'll just end it and then we'll rejoin after our game and we'll see whether we're miserable or happy. Somebody put nightmare scenario for John. LSU wins, Notre Dame loses the next night. Yeah, no kidding. You want to talk about getting the 25 season off to a bang and a great start. Let's not even talk about it, but I've thought about it. I don't want to talk about it, but I've thought about it. So I'm kind of thinking we'll try that, but it would be very something new. And so let's go along for the ride. So let's go along for the ride. But I just wanted to be honest. If they start winning, I'm out. So whatever, dude. I don't care. It's fine. Penn State at us winning week 1, too. Well, you play 3 local high schools in a row till you play Oregon. So I certainly hope so. You're probably going to win 78-0 in the first 3 games. It's unbelievable. Penn State literally played Connecticut. I didn't even know they had football. I thought they just played hoops. Does Gino coach their team? So, they got a whole freaking month almost to warm up for. They play one team with the pulse. Give me a break. Villanova, whatever. Basketball schools is who Penn State's playing. Joke. I think week 4, they actually have to suit up and play real football against Oregon. Until then, Skate City, USA. Why are all the names have suffixes? I have no idea. Don't get me going. Get me in a bad mood already. I have no idea. I haven't changed a thing. I logged in one day and everybody's got 8 extra numbers and letters after their name. Don't ask me. I haven't changed a dang thing. I haven't changed a thing, and all the names are messed up. So I really don't understand it. So, and then the other thing is I can't go all night as long as we did last week. The wife's got to go to the hospital for work. I got to make sure the kids set up so we can't go like 3 hours tonight. So I'm going to shut up, start going to the calls. Mike, I sent him the link. You know the rule. If Mike jumps in, I see him on stage and he wants to jump in, we're bringing Mike in. We'll see what he thinks. So let's get into this. Let me do my little speech here. Then we'll do the chats. I'll hand it over to the calls. Okay. I'm over this quarterback thing, and I really think it needs to end tomorrow, one way or the other. I'm over it. I think this is getting into unhealthy territory, and I'm uncomfortable with it. And here's the thing. Tony, I don't know what's wrong. Let's see. I got other super chats. I don't know. I received a few. Maybe try again in a few minutes because I've gotten some other ones. I know it's working. I'm getting uncomfortable with it. I think it's getting unhealthy. I don't like the Twitter thing now. I don't like people putting out for sure this is what it is, and then there's conflicting information, and then there's this, and then there's that. There's been a lot going on. It needs to end. I don't feel comfortable with it anymore. I don't feel comfortable with it anymore. We got to just get there. Give us the answer. We'll move on. Like, I'm ready. So pick whoever it's going to be, whatever reason it's going to be. I'm just feeling this need to have closure on this so we know who's leading us to battle into Miami. And it's felt very uncomfortable because all these different parts of the team are developing, they're building, they're getting better, they're practicing, whatever, they're gelling. But it feels like for the fan base, you are stuck in neutral. You're stuck in neutral. And I just don't understand it. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, but like, I feel stuck in neutral till I know who's leading us into battle against Miami. And maybe that makes no sense. And maybe me as a fan, like, I have no right to feel any way about this. And I sincerely think the team isn't being like we are. And they're just doing their thing and getting their position group better and knowing their role better and perfecting what they could do. So I don't think this is as much of a team thing. But for the media and the fan base, this has now crossed my line of comfort, and I just hope it's over tomorrow. And there will be a little bit of like whatever, how this all happened and why they pick one guy or not. And then it'll all move to Miami. We get behind that guy and we go. It could all be about Miami. Then we'll turn the page and then we go. It's getting unhealthy and I'm uncomfortable and I don't like it. So I want it to end. Pick whoever you're going to pick, whatever reason you're going to do it, and we'll go. We'll go. But it's getting to be too much. And here's the other thing. I should love this. Anyone writing articles and doing all this should love this. I'm over it. I'll take less clicks on my articles and on my videos to move on to something else. And so, and here's the final thing of this. Then we do chats, then we do calls. Here's the final thing with this. It's really damn important. So you can't really tell anyone, just move on and talk only about the defense or whatever. And then you can't act like this is not a massive situation that Notre Dame's got to get right. So I'm tied up here, right? I'm tied up right in the middle of all this in my mind with I'm personally over it and ready to move to Miami. But you want to know who that leader is. And the quarterback's going to be a default leader, whether he's a captain or not. He's going to be a default leader. That's just the way it is. So you can't tell anybody not to focus on it because it's so damn important. And whatever they pick, there's like 6 different roads the decision could lead to, varying from good to fairly neutral to bad. So it's wildly fascinating. It's a huge deal. It's a Notre Dame quarterback competition with Miami and A&M. It's a big deal. It would be less of a big deal if it was Miami, Ohio week 1, right? But every aspect of this is coalescing to make this just a huge decision. I'm just ready to know who it is so we can move forward. I'm uncomfortable with what I'm seeing, the discourse with the media and the fans, and I agree I'm a part of it. That's the other thing. I openly agree that me and my platforms have been a part of this. I have no problem admitting that. This isn't me pointing fingers. It's just a big deal. It's a big deal. Pick somebody and let's go. I'm ready. Now, the next question is, are you going to get that news tomorrow? Are you going to get that news tomorrow? You got that big scrimmage. I believe it's in the morning. Does anybody know what time this stuff's happening and when that presser will be? Does anybody know that? Are ND fans really losing sleep over this QB decision? Absolutely. I have people messaging me all the time losing their minds over this. Literally, I have people texting me all the time saying, this is making me lose my mind. We got to get an answer. So, yeah, it is that big of a deal to a lot of people. Somebody said 12. Do we know that, or are we just guessing that, or what? Or what's the deal? After the scrimmage, but how are you supposed to know when exact time that is? Because you're not, I know we ain't invited. Let's do some chats, get into the calls. Jay Carr, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment. I only have one question. Where is the starting quarterback? You never know what you're going to get on a Saturday night. People drink a couple cold ones. Too bad we can't watch scrimmage tomorrow. That'd be intense. Yep. You're going to hear what you're going to hear whenever you're going to hear it. Gang, we've almost made it past talking season to the actual football field. ND Matt, thanks a lot, buddy. First of all, I don't care who wins the job. Both guys are scholarship QBs at Notre Dame for a reason. Trust Freeman. So was Drew Pine. I didn't like that, though. So, I think we're past that. Second of all, I'm concerned with all the negative back and forth interaction on X Twitter. If Minchie's named QB1, there will be a large contingent of fans calling for a quick hook. You're getting where I'm at. Just a little uncomfortable with the dynamic. Here's what's going to happen, ND Matt. If they name Minchie per se, the Minchie people are going to be really happy. The Carr people will have a little period to figure out what happened and adjust in their mind. Everybody will get behind Minchie leading into Miami. That's easy. What happens the first time Minchie makes a mistake? That's where the real test is. Even the pro Carr people that would be pissed off if Minchie gets named starter, by the time kickoff of Miami comes, they're going to want whoever it is to succeed. The test comes when a rookie mistake is made. I shouldn't call him a rookie, but like a first-time starter mistake. Then how's it going to be? That's the test. Commander, opening day has meant different things to me over the years. I'm thankful to be on the planet to see this one. Man, that's some real perspective there from the Commander. Jay Carr, Freeman Presser might have the most viewers of any live besides the one of him being hired. Let me know what time we'll take over the chat like we usually do. Fox, Kane seem really confident. Confidence is never really their problem. It's backing it up. Confident, they always got a lot of swag. It's just a matter of you going to back it up. Just ND Gal. You guys see the new I video? You give love a bad name. I see what you did there. And ND Gal likes her puns, so that had to be right up her alley. You're damn tootin'. Always Irish will probably take over that chat. We always do. We've been in all those commitment ones, taking it over, baby. Jersey scrimmage tomorrow morning before the presser, and if so, what are the odds the QB is named? I'm open for it. However it's going to go, I'm hoping we could turn the page forward. $10 hour Commander. Celebration of a new season, and whatever happens, we're the Always Irish YouTube family. Have you drank too much or not enough? You're being very different, and I like your vibe. Very introspective, family-based vibe. I like it. Jay Carr, any thoughts on the shirts that say SNS, meaning you still ain't shit? Seems like this is the Freeman motto for the season. We know he loves his slogans for motivation. You finished second last year, not first. I often write about like last year being largely successful, wasn't ultimately successful. You finished second, not one. You finished two, not one. This comes off to me the kind of thing where if anybody else went on Twitter and said SNS for Notre Dame or whatever, you would be mad. But if it's something we do to motivate us in our family, you love it. You get what I'm saying? You wouldn't want anybody else talking bad about your family, but you talk bad about your family. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't do it from the outside. Whatever it takes to motivate, I'm down with. 1308 holler. Whoever wins the job is the right guy. Love them both. Go find the new hype video and a brick wall. I just like the mental image of just ND Gal running into a brick wall all mad. We kind of went over this as far as the night before. I believe Friday night, there is going to be a preview stream, but it's going to be on Patreon. So Friday before the game, Patreon stream. Saturday night, we'll do LSU Clemson. And then our game will be Sunday, and you know we're going live after that. And let's hope we're all in a damn good mood. Good to see Always Irish Senior. He was over the house earlier. Good to see you. $2 holler. Heard the staff is divided on the QB battle. I just added to the list. $2 holler from the slip. BVG should be the coach. Definitely not tax evasion money. $2 holler. The Punisher, $5 holler super chat test. Michigan sucks. Yeah, Tony, I know you're good for the dough. I don't know what's happening. $5 holler. How much would you all be willing to pay to see the scrimmage? Man, it's going to be juicy. Ooh, it's going to be juicy. Man, that's going to be, whoo. All right, let me take a look. All right, we got callers. Let's do 5 minutes each. Try and get through these. We'll see if Mike hops in. We'll go from there. Pistol Pete never misses a beat. What's up?
Yeah, right.
Pistol, I love it. You're getting better at it every week.
Thank you. A little less than 360 hours until shout out to your brother Andrew. He and I will be at Hard Rock Stadium cheering on the Fighting Irish. So whether it be Minchie or Carr, we will be there for their first snap as a starter.
Man, that is it's going to be exciting. I just hope it's worth the trip for you guys. I wish it was I hope you have a good trip. When you get down to counting hours instead of months, you're getting there, Pete. First, I want to ask you, you asked me the last call about the Michigan punishment. Now that it's been levied, what do you think about it? I'm sure you're not happy.
I think it's a total joke. I mean, what is the incentive for teams to not cheat now? I mean, if you're just going to get a fine?
Yeah.
I mean, the NCAA went against their own bylaws where they were required to give them a postseason ban.
Yeah.
And they couldn't do a vacating of wins because there were no ineligible players. Well, okay, how come Penn State had vacated wins when they didn't have ineligible players?
Yeah, it's like, well, I want to argue that if you're getting all the other teams' plays illegally, everybody on the field's in an ineligible player. Like, I don't know. But the thing is, $20 million. Dave Portnoy was right on Barstool. He was laughing, and he just said, and he literally said, like, this is ashtray money. $20 million to Michigan and their boosters is to win a championship. You just got to pay $20 million to win a championship this way. So whatever, man, they got it, and they're not taking it away. We all got to move on. I am frustrated, Pete, because they let it build into this huge thing, and they made it seem like this big trial, and we're doing it, and it's so serious. And the Ohio State channels were saying they're getting nailed, and they get everybody's hopes up. And then the actual verbiage in the document says all this stuff they did wrong, and they knew they did wrong, and all that, but then the punishment doesn't match it. It lines up exactly what everybody thinks about the NCAA. They have no power. They don't do anything the right way, and it's frustrating.
And it even talked about how Michigan destroyed evidence too.
Yep. And they didn't do nothing about it. I don't know, man.
Well, for a real concern of you, after that hearing, with the COI must have had an outbreak of MFBD. And of course, as always, John, please tell our new audience what MFBD stands for.
Michigan Football Brain Disorder. And you know what proves it, Pete? This is what proves it to me. If I knew my team did all this and we're facing all of this discipline and we end up getting away with it, where we get to keep our title and all that, I would count my blessings, shut my mouth, want to move on to this year, and just wipe the sweat off my forehead that it didn't blow up on us. But the fact that they're bragging about it, it's almost like they're proud that they did it and got away with it. That is wrong to me. You should just be glad you didn't get nailed, keep it moving, and just shut up. But they're almost proud of it.
And they're appealing.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, they are. It is. I've always not liked them. Now I double don't like them. Pete, let's transition a little bit. I got to talk to you about Notre Dame. Where are you at with the quarterback thing? Are you just kind of waiting to see low stress, whoever it is, get behind them? Or do you have one opinion strong one way or the other?
Well, whoever it is, let's let it be the best man who wins, and let it be the one who gives us the victories, and leads us to the promised land at the end. So, well, and I've always also, John, as also a good way of starting the season now too. For our new viewers, please show that book to the audience.
I always got it handy for you, Pete. Frank Leahy and the Fighting Irish. And by the way, are you the one that told me they're writing another book about Frank Leahy? Because I think Jack Sacco mentioned that to me too, that he goes, John, you're going to have to get another book. Can't wait to see what they come up with. And the other thing is, at the USC. If I'm on campus for USC, and I believe I'm going to be, and I believe there will be an announcement soon about a big tailgate opportunity for all the Always Irish people for USC. Let me get a couple more details, and I'll be able to give you the full scoop. Anybody planning on going to USC, there may be a little something for you, courtesy of Always Irish. Maybe a combo tailgate with a big operation. So anyways, I might meet up with Fred Leahy, and I would love to talk to Frank's son, Fred, and be able to talk about his dad, quite frankly. I'm looking forward to it.
That would be awesome. I mean, you'd be in hog heaven, John.
Yeah, man. I would love it. I respect Frank. So that will be fun. And then Pete, anything else on your mind in Notre Dame land? Did you hear Jeremiah Love maybe returning kicks? How much do you love that?
Well, Rocket and Tim Brown did it for us, and it worked out pretty well for us. So, hey, I feel good about it. I'm good with it.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, my dad was talking to me about this today, and it's like everybody wants that athlete returning kicks. What if he gets hurt or something? Then everybody's going to say, why do you have him doing that? But you could get hurt taking the next handoff. You know what I mean? So, like, if that's your guy and he's an all-world star, get the ball in his hands as much as you can. But if he gets hurt doing that, people are going to be mad. And then it's like, well, he could have twisted an ankle, taken the next snap, and running the ball too. So I don't know.
You've seen guys get hurt where they weren't even hit. So I say let him run back the kick.
Yeah, and it is going to be your last year with that all-star. And you do whatever you do to get the ball in his hands. Anything else, Pete? Thanks for calling on a Saturday.
Well, hopefully Andrew and I could do maybe a combined call after a victory in Hard Rock Stadium in in 15 days.
Oh, man, that would be nice. I hope safe travels for you guys, and I want you to call in, talking Notre Dame beating the Canes. Thanks a lot, Pistol Pete. He never misses a beat. Let's keep it moving. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. 386, you're in the mix. What's up?
Hey, Johnny. What's going on in the old Chi-Town tonight?
Hey, man, I'm just waiting to get some quarterback closure. That's all. I'm just waiting to get a little closure. I'm ready to move on.
I am too. And you know what? Like I told the boys, CNEP and Tyler 3 years ago, the tide, me in Alabama, the tide has changed to the bend. And after all the recruiting that's going on, not necessarily the portal, but just the recruiting that Freeman's done, the tide has changed from those guys down south here up to the bend. And I really, really believe that. And there's something special happening there. And I've seen 2 championships because I'm an old bastard. You guys haven't. And I'm so happy for you guys to see what's going on.
Yeah, it is.
It's incredible.
It is the healthiest the program's been in 30 years. 30 years. It's the healthiest this program's been. It is on really solid footing.
Yep. And it's amazing. We gripe and complain. There's going to be complaints tomorrow about the guy that doesn't get picked as the QB. But what have we waited for? A few years ago, Alabama had, 3 or 4 top-notch. Look at their quarterbacks they had. We have never been in this position. So just go with it and look at the recruits coming down the road, down the pipeline, quarterbacks and all. It's amazing. I hope it stays for the next 5 to 7 years because they really have something going on up there. They really do.
Yeah, and it's a big year, though, man. You got to show staying power, right? You got to show that you're reloading, don't need a rebuild year. There's always a mission. Last year, it was the year 3. You know, Notre Dame coaches usually hit or miss big in the 3rd year. This mission's a little different. It's, can you show you're elite enough of a program that you could reload in all these key spots and then make a playoff run again? It's an important mission.
It is. And you have to keep the pedal on that gas at all times. You cannot let one quarter go by. You have to score points, because that's when teams they'll come back and bite you. They will. You have to keep the gas on that pedal and keep it going.
Yeah, it is. It's a confluence of all these events. The first two names on the schedule, the quarterback dynamic, like it's all just combined. You have a standalone game that Sunday night. Everyone in America is going to tune in that likes football.
Exactly.
Every eyeball that likes football, pro or college, is going to watch this game. It is a mega opportunity for both sides, quite frankly.
Yep. The only thing that I don't really like about the schedule part is the off date before the USC game. I mean, they after their off date with after Miami, I mean, I don't think they get one until after USC, and that's kind of odd to me. But that all goes into the scheduling and shit like that with the other teams. But
yeah, it is after USC. It's just that one between the first game and the second game is interesting. Depending how that quarterback thing goes against Miami, that may be an important week. You know what I mean? To be able to figure things out or adjust or settle down or whatever it is. Like, Bill, I do understand. Like, I could see liking it where it is in this instance, just because you're not quite sure where you're going to stand with the quarterback thing after Miami. And anybody telling you they know, nobody knows. And I'm not talking about who the starter is, but how they're going to play. No one knows. So you may need that week.
Yep. I wish we knew what time tomorrow the scrimmage was. That's killing me right now, because it's got to be early morning or middle of the morning, I would think, when they're nice and fresh and out there. Man, to be in that stadium, whoo, doggy.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I don't know. And then I'm sure we're all going to tune into the presser and see if we get any news, and then we'll react. And if we don't, then that is a whole. If we don't get news, then tomorrow after this, and you get into Miami prep and you still don't have news, then things ratchet up and change even more. Then that opens up a whole different thing. Is anybody going to know before the kickoff then? Like, it opens up a whole different world. It opens up a whole different world if you don't figure it out tomorrow, I think. So I don't know, my friend. Anything else? Thanks for calling.
No, I just thought I'd get a little chat in before the boys tried calling you. I know they're coming up for that Purdue game, and you guys are going to have a blast. So,
hey, I appreciate it, man. Take care down there.
No problem, Johnny. Have a good night, and thanks for the show.
No problem, buddy. Have a good one. Have a good one. How about a first-time caller, never called before, 702?
Hi, John. How you doing?
I'm doing very well. First-time caller. What is this, Las Vegas, 702? What's the deal?
Yeah, so I've been listening to you for a while. Always wanted to get the chance to call in. So thanks for taking my call. I remember first time I listened into your show, I think it was after the Cincinnati game.
Ooh, and doggy. Woof.
The 21 season? Yeah.
Woof.
And I was like getting tired of, everyone just kind of like being complacent with Brian Kelly. And I was trying to look for someone that was being a little bit more critical, because I was like, Cincinnati, I mean, you can't lose this game. So then I turned on your channel for the first time, and I just remember you were going ballistic at offensive line and, Desmond Ritter clowning us in our stadium. I'm like, yep, this is the show. So, yep.
I appreciate that. It's a lot of people found me through some dark Notre Dame times. I've learned that. Like, people were looking for some counseling or somebody to yell to make them, get out what they were thinking and feeling. So I'm glad you found me. I just wish it wasn't for a sad reason.
Oh, I know. I drive my girlfriend. I drive her nuts when something happens with Notre Dame. So this is like my therapy session where I can just listen and, work it all out on here by listening to everyone just vent. And but yeah, I'm excited for the season. It's little concerned on the QB battle. At first I wasn't, just because I was kind of like most people, where I was just assuming Carr was going to get the job. But I don't know. I was going to be fine if both quarterbacks, either one won it, but as long as they were both pushing each other to be better. But it sounds like they've both kind of been struggling to some extent. So that's kind of why I'm at. I'm just nervous as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Right
and, I think you bring up a fair point. Here's what I've written about this. And I think I've talked about it too. You could get up there whenever this is over and say, here's our quarterback. We made a decision and who it is. So then that will inform you that guy's won the competition. But the question will then be, at what level? Right? Because you just have those two guys battling. One guy's going to be better than the other. But overall in the world of football, they won it at what level? Do you get what I mean? What level is it going to be won at? And you're not going to find that answer out till the first couple games, probably.
And yeah, I think it also depends on what they're looking for, because obviously you kind of got to take some of the stuff like the intel practice reports with a grain of salt, because we're not all seeing it. But from what I've read and heard is that CJ's more throwing the ball downfield, taking more chances, which has resulted in some turnovers, interceptions, and Kenny's been kind of more the consistent, more conservative approach. Kind of like Riley Leonard was a little bit last year, although he's not the runner that Riley was. He kind of has that willingness to try to extend plays with his feet, maybe not trying to throw the ball as much downfield like CJ Carr is. But it sounds like the coaching staff, again, from intel and stuff, is divided. And it sounded like Freeman did somewhat side with, is leaning towards Kenny. So it's like, do you want more of a conservative, ground heavy offense, or do you want to take more risks through the air with Carr? That's kind of where it's like, what are they leaning towards, So
yeah, it's man, I just need you to arrive at a conclusion so we can move this forward, and then we'll see what we're dealing with. I just think it's getting a little bit too crazy for my comfort level. And I'm ready to have closure so we can all move forward. I'll tell you, Twitter is full of quarterback. I'm not seeing a lot of Miami. And I just think this is the natural way our brains work. You kind of feel like you need to know who you're going to battle with before you get ready for the battle. And in a way that makes no sense, but in another way, it makes total sense.
Exactly. And for me, the worst case scenario is if tomorrow in the press conference, Freeman goes, well, we haven't made a decision. We're going to alternate guys going into Miami, or that will be the game plan, is to have a 2 quarterback system in Miami. That would be the absolute worst case, because that has never worked for anyone,
Yeah, and that's another question. Is there a scenario where Denbrock plans to get them both snaps against Miami? Is that crazy to even ask? I have no idea. I'm just asking the question. Would that mess everything up and create a big controversy and screw everything up? Or is Denbrock the type of guy that's not scared to give them both a couple series in field position and moments they feel like would make them succeed or give them a likelihood to succeed? I'm just asking. I have no idea whether that's a horrible idea or a good idea. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of, you're not really able to develop a rhythm offensively when you're just, you're pulling guys and alternating them each series. I feel like it kind of, to some extent, limits the offense's ability to get in the rhythm.
Oh, I'm with you. Let me clarify. I do not mean you get 2 series, you get 2 series, you get 1, you get 1. I mean, just enough to get them both out there a little bit. Whoever's the starter gets the bulk. and then you find another area for the other one to get in there just to see or mix things up. I do not want any sort of, rotating series, because I agree with you. You're asking for trouble there, especially with two young guys where it would all be new to everybody. Like, I agree with you on that. Anything else, my friend? Always love first-time callers. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, just one more thing. I'm hoping that whoever they put in, I'm hoping they give them a decent leash, because it's kind of hard to play, just go out there and play. Like, I played some college football, and it's kind of hard to get into a rhythm when you're thinking, oh, if I make a mistake, coach is going to pull me, so then it can kind of cause you to tight and not loose, and can even lead to more mistakes for that. So I'm hoping they give them, whoever it is, a decent leash so that they can go out there and get in a rhythm,
It's that is another really, really good question. Like, where do you have an obligation that you picked a guy, you got to let him work some things out? Or do you look at it as, we can't lose to Miami, and if things get rough, we can't afford it, you're out of here. And then on the off week, we'll figure out who the starter is against A&M. Like, I don't know, but that is the next question is, what is that leash? How much leeway do you have? I get both arguments. One argument is, you made this huge quarterback thing, pick the guy, then you're going to pull him after a mistake or two. And I also get, we can't lose to Miami. If you ain't getting it done, we got to go somewhere else. Like, I could honestly see both.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you put a guy out there and it's just a disaster, and you've given him some series, and it's very clear to everyone that he needs to be pulled and you need someone else in there, then go ahead and do it. But I just feel like you need to at least give him some time, even as long as it's not awful and some progress is being made, then I think you need to give him a little bit of a longer leash. So
yeah, it's going to be really interesting. So maybe we'll get closure soon, and we'll all be able to rally together behind that guy and then gear up for Miami. Thanks a lot for giving me a call, man. I love first-time callers. Really good call. Give me a call again.
I will. Thanks. And I'll be in the chat. I don't know if you've ever seen my username. It's Zach32. So I'll be in the chat. Thanks for taking my call.
No problem, man. Thanks a lot. I love the first-time callers. Who is it? Somebody else said something. Rob. I think we may be making too big of a deal of the QB this season. Many teams have new QBs except Penn State, Clemson, and those two are not Joe Montana. I think the issue is it's not that you have a new QB. It's that the new QB hasn't played before in real games. Getting transfer quarterbacks, it's new to you, but you at least know what the guy could do, and he's been in those moments. You have an idea of his skill set in real games. So I get, like, Miami has a new quarterback too, but we've seen him in real games before, right? So it's like, this is just tricky stuff. I want it to be over. I just want to know. Philly special, $5 hour. Any news on the plans before Purdue or USC game? Yeah, we're partying for Purdue. You know that. So we're going to have the tailgate. Same situation, same location, Phil. USC game a little different. Johnny Boy's got something cooking for you. Let me figure out all the details. But if you're going to be there for USC, I think I'm going to have something big for you. Let me confirm a couple more details. But I believe I'll be on the grounds and we'll be ready to party. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to listen to a read from our first sponsor. When we come back, special guest joining us that is waiting backstage. So let's hear from old Chicago's very own Tom Frawley here, and we'll be back. I'd like to introduce you to City Cheers, the super app changing the way you go out. City Cheers is giving every bar, restaurant, club, and golf course in America a free app. That's right, completely free. For venues, it's your own branded platform to promote events, specials, and live music straight to your guests' phones. For guests, you get perks, loyalty rewards, and Express Check, a game changer that lets you view, tip, and pay your tab right from your phone. No waiting, no lines, no wallet, no problem. Most places even give you money off your first visit using the app. Whether you're behind the bar or sitting at the bar, City Cheers makes the experience better. Patrons, download the app and see for yourself. For venue management, call friend of the show and loyal Notre Dame son, Tom Frawley, to get started. 773-332-7742. And be sure to tell him Always Irish sent you. Chicago's very own, folks. Support him. Here we go. You waited for it. You knew he was going to be here. There he is. What's up, Mike?
What's up, John? How are you, buddy?
Mike, I'm kind of getting worn thin on the quarterback thing, man. I just think it's getting a little out there for my comfort, and that is just something that I feel in me that I think it'd be healthy for us to have closure.
When you opened up the show with that line of thinking, I had to chuckle because I'm like, well, gosh, thank God John isn't playing quarterback for the University of Notre Dame. You know, imagine being a nose kid. Us as fans can't even tolerate it, and these kids are actually doing it, right? It's a fascinating dynamic.
And I tried to highlight the difference between the media and the fan base and the kids on this team that are trying to perfect their role, earn a spot, compete, get better as a unit or whatever, versus us on the outside with our collective anxiety and like just the back and forth and the media struggling with this too. Like everybody's struggling with this. The fans are, the media is, and I feel like it's reaching a boiling point, and it would be healthy for us to know what we're doing and then turn it all to Miami instead of sideways at each other. All on the same page, pointing in Miami's direction.
The media is to blame for the anxiety. It's inarguable. You go so hard in the paint one direction for so long. Whereas if something shifted, people can't really come to grips with the fact that, Kenny might have won the job.
Yeah, and there's just so much conflicting information, Mike, that comes out one day after the next, and it has people losing their minds.
Well, we are gonna get into depth, and I can't wait. Not gonna do it here, but we're gonna get into it in depth. We're doing a show tomorrow night. We're doing a show Monday night. So one of those nights, we're gonna take a deep dive and go way back, John, in terms of how do we get here. But I think this scrimmage. And this is me just stirring the pot a little bit, but this is what I feel. This scrimmage tomorrow is kind of being set up. Jack pushed out a video of us from last Monday talking about you sit both quarterbacks down. Maybe this isn't the end all be all, but it really matters, right? We're putting a lot of weight into that. Now, that was Monday, so things have changed, right? It's Saturday. To me, the starter's been named, and you're into Miami prep, right? So, let's let him play a football game before he's got to play a football game. Does that make sense? So everybody's looking at this like this is the last jousting match between the two quarterbacks. And I'm saying, if the decision's already been made, which it sounds like it has, let your starter go play a game.
I do not think that everybody agrees that decision's been made.
Don't care.
That's
never have, John. Never have.
Fair. That is a completely legitimately fair answer. I'm just saying, I don't even think you're going to find full agreement that going into tomorrow, that's the deal.
That's fine. Yeah. Swimming upstream's hard. So, and it's really interesting that the new spin, the last 24 hours, Kenny's Angeli all of a sudden. He's, Captain Checkdown, right? Carr's the one taking risk, whatever. It's like maybe he's taking the risk because he's losing the job. But at the end of the day, John, trying to say this the last 3-4 weeks, protect the ball, move the ball. Both of these quarterbacks have been playing an elite defense for weeks on end going into camp, right? Both have thrown interceptions because of that, but who can move the ball? And guess what, John? Playing quarterback, you're allowed to run. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that qualifies. I know people struggle with this, but that qualifies as moving the ball.
Yeah, I've heard that rumor. Yeah, you can do that.
You can do it. It's crazy. It's crazy. So no matter how gifted of an arm CJ has, can he move the ball? And there's two ways to do it playing quarterback.
Yeah, it is. So do you think we will get an official announcement tomorrow or not? A lot of people are going to tune into that presser when camp closes, and a lot of people are going to tune in hoping for that announcement. Do you think you get it?
The way that it was framed to me, and again, this, John, I kind of can source stuff, but I don't necessarily want to, right? I don't, because even a lot of times, and people need to understand this too, sourcing is subjective. So you could have a source who's the equipment manager. You could have a source who works in the training room. You could have you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And unless they're in like personnel meetings, your sourcing is just their take on it, right? There's a lot of subjectivity to sourcing. Whereas like, where was I going with that, John? Oh yeah. So the way that sources kind of come to me, right? Because especially when it comes to Kenny, because I've been out on that ledge since like January 2024. So the news kind of leaks, and that's the way it was framed, is like, yes, it's going to be announced tomorrow. Not saying that that's the case, but that's just what I was told.
Yeah, it's you just have it's just making me nervous that Twitter's full of quarterback talk and not Miami talk. And it makes me think of WPP, one of our residents here, very unique Notre Dame guy, who wanted all the focus on Miami before blue and gold game even happened. He was like, we're already not focusing on Miami. And it's like, settle down. We got to get there and it'll build. Usually we're to the point where it's full flames for the first opposition. I'm not seeing it. It's all the quarterbacky stuff. And I just pray to God the team isn't anything like we're being, and they're working on their position groups, and this is out of sight, out of mind, and let the offense figure it out. Like, I just hope that. But it makes me uncomfortable. I don't see a lot of let's beat Miami. I see a lot of who's right about the quarterback, and it makes me feel icky. I don't like it.
Yeah, but that's only natural. I mean, there's one more box to check. There's one more box to check. Let's check the box, and then we lock in. And yeah, I can assure you the offensive line room doesn't really care. The wide receivers don't really care, right? The secondary doesn't really care. They're focused in on their room and trying to move up the ranks themselves. So yeah, I'm sure they have an opinion as well, but just because they have an opinion doesn't mean that they're not focused on beating the Miami, as a middle linebacker, right?
Yeah, I need to constantly remind myself I exist in a weird universe, and with all this stuff, and that's not how the team and the program is interacting with a dynamic.
And the other thing too is these kids are so busy right now, John. I mean, you're in camp, and it's not like it used to be. They had an off day the other day. It's like, wow, that would have been nice 20-something years ago. But they're busy, dude. They're not on Twitter. Right? They might be on TikTok or something in their free time, but they're not on Twitter. I can promise you that. So I don't think that internally they feel all this craziness that's going on externally.
Yep, I certainly hope so, because it's getting to be a little unhealthy in my opinion. And here's the next test, Mike. Here's how I see this, and then I want to talk about some non-quarterback items quickly. You're going to name a guy. There's going to be a big reaction locally and nationally to whatever that news is, and everybody's going to process it on their videos, their articles, and on Twitter, and we're going to do all that. The camp that really wanted the guy who isn't going to win it is going to have an adjustment to figure out what happened and be okay with it. That will die down. We'll get to Miami, and everyone will be behind the starter. Go beat Miami. The real test is the first time things get tough for the new starter. That is the real test. Is everybody going to turn and go, you should have picked the other guy and that proves it, you're messing up the whole season? Or is there going to be patience with the process? That is the real test.
Based off of some fan surveys, Jack put one out there, you cited another one, and it's 70-30 in terms of like your casual / diehard Notre Dame fan. 70%, again, due to the media, think Carr is the man, right? So there's confirmation bias there. So if Carr throws a pick six, it's one thing, but if Kenny throws it, it's another one, because 70% of your fan base was wrong, right? So going back to like the film, which is what we do on Patreon, promo code ND25, $10. I had that idea to do that because going through the Sam Hartman experience, it's the O-line's fault, it's the wide receiver's fault. Like very rarely was the target ever put on Sam. Riley had a different treatment from the fans, right? Especially early on. So it's I'm just sitting there going, before you place blame on your quarterbacks, whatever position, offensive coordinator, you name it, let's watch the film. So you're not getting somebody else's opinion of what happened, and you can decide for yourself. So, but that'll be fascinating to watch, is the reaction depending on who the quarterback is. John, I've taken up enough time. Like I said, I always feel like I'm stepping on your collars, and I am. I'm gonna sign off, but I have a little homework assignment.
Oh,
for the group. So I hear short leash, right, John? Is the quarterback going to have a short leash / quick hook? Okay. And there's nuance there, of course, right? But I would love to figure out and talk about this at length, just you and I, and maybe get a kind of a consensus. What's the difference? What defines a short leash? And like, what's the difference between a quick hook and a short leash? Because short leash, does that mean the playbook's small? Right. I want like a kind of a firm definition of both. And then what's the difference between the two, right?
That's Notre Dame nuance. We always talk about it. It's Notre Dame nuance. All right. Before you get out of here, I want to give you this, and you take it wherever you want. What is one non-quarterback Notre Dame camp narrative you think is very, very important, but is maybe getting overlooked or not getting the attention it would normally get because all the drama with the quarterback? Any other narrative that stands out to you that you value that isn't getting talked about enough?
Always try to get ahead of stuff when doing this with this young man, Nolan James. You know, with some of the injuries in the running back room, you hear great things. I think he's got tremendous star power. So he's going to find a role. That's a thing. I think offensive line play that's really, when the game kicks off, I might not even be looking at the ball. I'm watching a line play. I want to see that right guard spot, how they hold up. Pass rush is a huge question mark, right? I mean, you hear about how great Bryce Young looks. Where's Traore at? Is he fully recovered mentally, John? Forget physically. Like, where is he at mentally? And I think the other thing is too, and this is a feel-good story, but been talking about it for years, that we need stars. All of us became Notre Dame fans. A lot of us probably in the 80s, you know, the Ricky Waters and the Rockets, true stars. And boy, do you have an opportunity to make one out of Jeremiah Love, household name. Now the thing that he's returning kicks, it's like, yep, you know, give me some more of that. So I think we might have our first, you know, true star since Brady Quinn. I mean, it's been a long time coming, and we need it, I think, to continue the momentum of the program.
Yeah, and you were the one in the offseason you were talking about, if you love that much and it's your last year with him and he's your all-star, give him every chance you can to be that stud and break out. And I imagine when I saw that news, I thought, Mike, you got to like it. It's another way to get your best guy the ball in his hands. There's injury concerns. What if he gets nailed on it? It's like, I don't know. He could tweak a knee on the next handoff too. So, I mean, it's another way to get your best guy the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with Love, it comes down to touches, right? It's like we think touches and you think, oh, he's going to be slogging the ball Derrick Henry style for, 38 carries. It ain't going to be that. You want Jeremiah Love in space, and that's a dink pass, slant route, kick return, a lot of space in kick return. So it's touches, get away from thinking just conventional downhill, like tailback play, right? And that's kind of the new age you see with like a Jahmyr Gibbs with the Lions. You saw it with Kamara. That's kind of the new agey running back, and that's what the NFL's looking for. So huge challenge, a fun challenge for Denbrock to dial that up. For sure. Indy, Jack, it's good to see you here. $2 holler from our recruiting expert, Jack. Promo code ND25. Link, get yourself half off. Mike, here's what I'm looking forward to. If they can find a way
to get Love a little more involved in the pass game in a creative way, I think there's big opportunities there because of how hard he is to bring down. And when he, every attribute he brings, if I don't want you to overdo it, but if you could draw up some nifty stuff, get him one block, I think that's a whole nother dimension that could be opened here. I would like to see a little more of that with him.
Yeah. And last thought on last camp thought, it feels like this year you've turned the page with the wide receiver room genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the media told you the last 2-3 years, the wide receivers were great. I mean, that was the thing coming out of camp. I think it's actually true this year. More specific to that, I want to see wide receivers go get the damn ball, right? I mean, you've got a stud. You got a stallion in Malachi Fields. I know he'll do it. Greathouse has done it. Faison's done it. You got some guys waiting in the wings that I think have the physical potential to do it. But on some of those deep shots, it's a 50-50 equation. It's the quarterback and it's the wide receiver. So I really want to see, kind of challenge those wide receivers to come down with the damn ball,
Yeah, something else to look for as fans. You were telling me in the offseason, I want to see Notre Dame receivers fighting, getting up and fighting and getting under it and the ball lands in the breadbasket. Do you have those dudes that could go up and fight on a 3rd and 8 and grab that ball and win that battle up high with being an athlete and come down with it? That's a different skill set and mental set, kind of. I hope we're right, Mike, that wide receiver room's taking the next step, and either one of these quarterbacks can help them do that by getting them the ball more effectively, efficiently, whatever.
It's definitely a tick up. You've got Fields and you've got 3 slots, in my opinion, Pauling, Faison, and Greathouse, obviously. It'll be neat to see as the season progresses how much you see a KK Smith, different type of athlete, crazy top end speed, a Micah Gilbert. Burris is getting a ton of love. So I think it's pivotal to work in some of those different types of body types,
Travis says, Mike, I've heard that every summer of my life. I got to see it to believe it now. I think that's fair.
Trust me, Travis. I wouldn't lie to you. And I think this year you've got a quarterback, either way it goes, that'll actually deliver the ball.
Oh man, it's going to be exciting no matter what. But Mike, I am excited for this to get to where we know the quarterback, we could be done with that. And then we all come together and gear this thing for the next 2 weeks right into Miami. I want to feel that. That's the next part of this is the build-up. Anything else you want to go over? Thanks a lot for always appreciate you dropping in on a Saturday night.
No, man. Like I said, I spent too much time. Get back to the calls, buddy. I'll see you tomorrow night.
We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do something. We'll have something tomorrow night on Patreon for you guys. And then we do Monday Night Raw. So we got a lot of stuff coming. Mike, thanks a lot. Really appreciate you. Oh, man, I love it when he drops in like that. Love it when he drops in. That's your captain, folks. All right, let's get back to these calls. Let's see what we could do. 301, have a little fun. What's up?
Johnny boy, how you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. We're in the final countdown, man. This is the home stretch. The season's almost here. What do you think?
So I'm going to talk about the quarterback, but I'm really talking about Freeman. My first time I ever called on your show, I brought up the point that Freeman's mentor is Jim Tressel.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought up the fact that Jim Tressel in that early 2000s Ohio State is in his DNA. He's a defensive coach. He likes, when quarterbacks make good decisions. He also was under Brian Kelly for a year, who also was very fearful, and Tommy Reese too. So I just think, he might want to still stretch the field, but he wants to do in the way that it's the conservative piece. Do you know what I mean? I just think that's in his DNA, and that's just who he is. But at the same time, on special teams, on defense, whether it's blitz in the house, special teams, the trick plays, I do think he'll put in some risk, but their calculated risk is the piece.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that it does make sense. So do you have a feeling about this is going to go, or a preference, or you wait and see? Like, what do you think here? We may get answers tomorrow. What do you think?
I honestly don't have a preference because I think the reality is both are going to play this season. I truly, truly believe both will play this season. Whoever starts, in Miami may not be the quarterback by playoffs. And I just think, whoever gets the hot hand they'll just run with it. And there's been a Notre Dame season a long time where it's been one guy all the way through.
Yeah.
Even last year, we needed Angeli to come in the Penn State game.
Man, it's weird that you bring that up. This morning, I had this article idea, and I wrote about, I don't know when it's going to publish, or maybe it already went live. And I was writing about, the title was Notre Dame's going to need both these quarterbacks in 25. And I brought up the idea of when do you see a guy never get dinged up where he needs somebody to come in for a series, a quarter, a game, 2 games, I don't know. Or what if the guy you pick really gets overwhelmed and you just need to chill him out to chill his mind for a little bit? Like, anything can happen. But I think it's important we all realize whoever doesn't win the job can't just check out.
Yeah, I mean, like, even, Jack Cohn, we brought him in. He was this experienced guy, Wisconsin, all that. Tyler Buckner played a ton of snaps that year, too.
Yeah.
And I mean, the reality is, with the offensive line we have, with the, the elevated receiving core, with the running backs we have in that stable, like, we can have... we don't have to ask too much of our quarterbacks. I think at the end of the day, it's kind of like, what do you like? Do you like the guy who can pull it and now he's a run threat too? And so when you go 21 personnel and you have both backs there, you basically have 3 running backs in the backfield. Or do you want a guy who's going to hand it off 3-4 times and then, throw it deep off of play action, stretch the field that way? It's like you have you can pick your poison.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm ready to get closure so that we could just kind of know what we're doing and keep it moving. That's where I'm at. I am ready to get to that stage of this. And then the rest of this team, I feel pretty damn good about, man. I feel good about that defense. Can we talk about that for a second? Do you have confidence that this defense is going to be at the level it was last year? Or are you like Ash? I'm super nervous about it. Like, over the course of summer and camp, I've started to gain some comfort here that this defense is going to be really good. I hope I'm not going to get burned.
No, here's the thing. So, like, everyone's talking about how good Drake Bone's looking right now. And, like, I do think he's going to be elite, like Buckets Award list elite this year. Everybody's worried about originally the safeties and the D tackles. I think Onye has everything to prove this year. I think his head is right. I think his body, everyone's saying, he's now finally 300 pounds and he's moving great. Rubio is healthy. D tackle, I think, is actually going to be fine. The ends, as long as everyone stays healthy, is loaded. Linebackers straight. I do sometimes worry. I think Christian Gray could be an elite player. I do worry about the young depth behind him, but like, everyone's talented, and I think safety's been proven. Here's a name no one's talking about. Keanu Kia is back on this team. Now, I don't think he's going to play much on defense, but I guarantee he's going to force a fumble either on kickoff or punt. Because if you remember, as a freshman, he played a ton on special teams. Then he went on his mission trip. Then he was awesome in the spring game 2 years ago. Then he got hurt and he was out all last year. No one's talking about him. Special teams, I think he'll be huge. I think Preston Zenter will be huge as well.
And those are some really good references. Good job on the backstory there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And I'm excited. This is going to be a damn good football team. It's just a matter of when. Do you get what I mean? I am confident this is going to be a really good team, but when? Because I kind of need it right away. You know what I mean? Like, I need your scoreboard results early to match my overall thought that I know this is going to be a really good team.
I think we have such an educated fan base because it's a fan base that's been hungry for a long time, and they've been seeing this get built. And now when we go through the names, even guys who aren't even starters, and we talk about, like, you know, Young isn't even a starter, but he's going to be amazing this year. Like, you know, Manfremo might not even play many snaps, but we know he's going to be amazing too. And it's like, you see all the talent, the potential. It's like we're all eager for the game, and the quarterback drama is focusing all of our attention. But it's like, when you lay it up, this is the deepest Notre Dame team I've ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Athletically, just the depth. Like, Notre Dame has not had this depth ever in my entire lifetime of existence. They just have not had this kind of quality depth. And it's a credit to the recruiting. It's a credit to the scouting. It's a credit to the development. It's a credit to the individual players. It's a credit to the new strength and conditioning operation, the nutrition. It's all those things coming together. But I'm with you, man. They should be in a good spot, but you got to get off to a good start, or this could get tough.
Yeah, I mean, I think regardless of who the quarterback is, I think with the proper game plan, I think they'll be fine for the first two games. And then I just hope from there, you know, they don't sleep on an opponent, but I think they learned from the previous year. I think the quarterback situation, no matter who they pick, I think ultimately both will end up playing at some point. But, like, I do think if it is Menchie, with the reports that are starting to kind of leak out, or, you know, some people are speculating, I just think that kind of goes back to Freeman's DNA as a Jim Tressel guy. However, he has shown to take the risk. Speaking of the risk, and this is my last point, I'll let you off here. Tyler Buckner is another guy. He had the fake field goal as the holder. He's the holder again this year, from what I've been told. He also had the fake punt pass to Mitchell Evans. So it's like, you might see him come in at some point in some trickery as well. So, I mean, I think all three quarterbacks will play at some point, but Buckner might be more of like a special teams, you know, trick play situation.
This is interesting. I like the way your mind thinks, man. I asked for some different things tonight, and you brought me a bunch of them, man. Really, really good call. Thank you. Thanks for dialing in on a Saturday night, buddy.
Take care, John.
Have a good one. How much time you got, buddy? $10 holler. I've been in the desert, away from civilization. I'm back to support the Irish. God bless you all. I'm glad to have you back, MJH Irish. Thanks for the $10 holler. We'll call it the Tailgate Fund. That's what it's going to be, folks. The Tailgate Fund. Look at this. What do we make of this? Okay, always Irish. John, I'm going to court Monday. This might be my last call in a while. Come on, man. I thought we were in the clear on all these issues. Come on. All right, we'll bring up 559 on the line. I got Mark with glasses, 573 coming up after that. What's going on, man?
What up, John? Yes, sir. First and foremost, let me say one thing to you. John, thank you. Because through your show, I met someone that has helped me through all of this BS that I've been going through. And I might have good news to you, but it won't be until after Monday. I don't want to say anything that spoils anything at the moment. But it was thanks to your show that a couple attorneys of different states have helped me keep my insanity and what I'm going through, and it's a shenanigans thing. But one thing I will say is because of the community, the person that you are, your show, the love that we have, we might all be different about so many ways. We might be educated, exclusively educated, and some of us least educated. And then you got MF motherfuckers like me that like talking about Notre Dame, and we ain't going nowhere because I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be out for this football season, John. And especially y'all showing y'all people, my boy. And how about them Irish? We don't stay quiet no more. We stand on business. We're going. It doesn't matter who's the quarterback. We are Notre Dame, and we're going to stand behind whoever it is. Mitchie or Carr, get ready because your number will be called. And when that does happen, we're going to run that ball down the throat, and we're going to air it out, and we're going to show you what Marcus Freeman and this new Notre Dame team it's all about.
Whew. You feel better? You needed to get that out, brother.
Woo! Yes, sir, John. Yes, sir. These last 2 months has been brutal to me mentally, physically. And I swear to you, John, I've gone through so much shit in my life, but nothing like this. And thank you, John, for being a friend.
Hey, no problem, man. And I think I know some of the people that you've been working with, and I could tell you they've done a lot for me too. And they're really, really good people that honestly just want to help out anybody here from the Always Irish and Notre Dame family. These are really good people, man. I'm glad you made that connection.
No, I mean, I'm surprised they reached out to me. I really, it means a lot, guys. It really does, I'm a very humble person. I work my ass off. But there's one thing that we all have in common. We love Notre Dame. And we love your show, John.
Well, I appreciate it, man.
Keep doing what you're doing, my boy.
I appreciate it, man. I wish you the best. I know you're a good person. I'm glad you're hooked up with some Notre Dame people we could trust to help you with whatever's going on, man. But yeah, we need you here, man. Make sure we need you here.
Yeah, John. And football season hasn't started yet, boys. But you know what? We got everything to be excited. We haven't had a football team like this in decades. And we're just, like we said, bro, we're stacking. We're stacking our chips, and we're in that poker table. And we're not afraid to go all in because we have another stack ready to come in and ready to keep going. Because that's what Marcus Freeman's going to do with his Golden Domers. We're going to keep going to that poker table and play big ball with the big guys. We work hard, play hard, and closed mouth don't feed nobody. And that's what we're about to do because we're some dogs, you know what I mean? We're out there trying to eat everything up that we haven't had in 35, 40 years, and it's time to collect.
Man, I like the way you think. I like the energy. I like the way you think. I don't know, man. This is going to be a really, really good football team. I just need it to be that early in the year. There's no time to spare. I need the early scoreboards to match where I think this program's at overall. And it's going to take the full team, everybody pulling their weight, picking each other up. It's going to be a tough first 2 games, but damn it, this is a good program.
Yes, it is, John. And let me ask you, what has you so nervous about this football team? Give me your reasons of why are you so nervous. Sometimes you're all over the place, and I need to get a feel for you, my boy.
I'm going to tell you this.
Go make sure you have another shot.
Let me tell you this, man. I am a worrier by nature, okay? I've always been a worrier. I think of everything like worst case scenario and then work backwards. I have always been wound tight, and I worry and think about everything. When you're in a Notre Dame off season, there's no games, and then my mind plays tricks on me, and I'm thinking of what could go right, what could go wrong, what if this, what if that, and it builds and it messes with me. But the day I stop worrying, check my pulse, because I'll be dead. Like I'm always thinking about something, and that's why off seasons are so hard. You think you know where this is at, but you won't know for sure till you see it on the field.
Exactly, John. You know what? We could all speculate and wonder and if this and if that, but the one thing is we just got to stand next to Marcus Freeman. I think we finally have a coach that loves this university the way we all love his school, and this guy knows and he gets it and he has it. And it's time sometimes, I'm not saying don't, this is pedal to the metal. We don't lay off right now. You know what I mean? We're going full throttle right now. And we're taking it to the chin. We're taking the fight to them now. And it's about time that we could enjoy the moment, but at the same time, I told you a year ago, let Marcus get his guys. And you know what? He's getting these guys. And he's even getting better guys from the year before that. And guess what? It's only going to keep coming. But you know what? Let's make sure our paperwork is correct. Money on the wood, my boys. Money on the wood. Whoever wants to step in and talk to Notre Dame and talk about business, we stand on business. Oh, put that money on the wood and then shut up. Let Marcus Freeman run that ball. Because right now, that's all we can do right now. We have an offensive line that ain't stout. It's top 5, minimum. And we have a running back that is the best in the nation. Let these guys figure it out and play action fake if we have to and run that ball. We got some dogs ready to eat. Let them eat.
I like it, man. I like it a lot. Listen, man, I really appreciate you calling in. I really appreciate how you feel about this community and me and all this. And we love you, buddy. So good luck with everything. I hope it all goes good for you. I know you're a good dude with a good heart, hard worker, and you're one of our guys. We want you to succeed.
For sure, boss. I appreciate it. Thank you again. And Mark with glasses. ¿Cómo está, compa? Perrito! ¿Cómo anda, compa? And all you compas out there, let's get ready. Because when I go to South Bend, I'm going to make sure each and one of you get a shot of Don Julio 70. And y'all remember me. Be like, that crazy Luis gave a Don Julio. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And then we're going to go to Julio Cut and get a haircut, too. And you know what? Don't forget to bring that bling bling, my boy. Because we got to be gold out when we show up to Notre Dame. Later.
Have a good one, buddy. Oh, man. God, I love that guy. You never know what you're going to get. This is funny from K-Mac. Damn, talk about how much time you got, buddy. I hope my guy gets no time. I hope my guy gets no time, man. I love that dude. We bougie. I love that dude. I don't want him to get no time. That's our guy. That's our guy. Oh, boy. Jack. Jack Sacco, by the way, the most interesting man in the whole Notre Dame ecosystem. Nobody can convince me otherwise. It's John's angst that originally brought all of us together. That's true. 2016, I was absolutely losing my mind. If you weren't here for that, 2016, Kelly's awful bottom fell out year, I was losing my sanity. And I kept seeing the media carrying water for Kelly, not asking tough questions. And I could not understand why. I have a lot clearer perspective on how all this works now, but I had no idea why the media was not being as hard on him as he deserved. And I just hit play one day and let it rip. That's how all this started. I'm like, I don't even care if no one hears this. I need it for my own therapy. At that point, it wasn't even let's have a show and have a name people recognize. It was literally, I need to get this out. And I didn't care if anybody heard it or not. I just needed to say it. And then I put it out and a few people were like, whoa, that's different. And then that's how this built. So thanks to everybody that's been a part of that. Mark with glasses and then 573. What's going on, Mark?
I don't know how I'm going to follow that, but I want to add on to my Friday call and talk about these arrogant, unintelligent, obnoxious Michigan fans that are dancing in the streets.
Yeah.
They're out dancing in the streets. They're all over the place like a bunch of jackasses. And I was thinking about it. It reminds me of the clowns dancing in the streets after OJ was found not guilty after double murder. Out of touch, don't know the rules, and Dave Portnoy, who that guy, one bite, everybody knows the rule, and then the guy takes 9 or 10 bites to judge a pizza. This guy doesn't know the rules.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious.
What a joke.
That's really funny that you brought that up.
Probation, 4 different show causes, $20 million fines, recruiting restrictions. These guys are out there like their shit's sweet, and it's the only reason it's a slap on the wrist is this NCAA is in shambles. It's a Mickey Mouse operation, and I don't
Mark,
know how you can look at that report.
Don't you feel like the NCAA is like grasping to still show that they're relevant or serve a purpose, but when they had a chance to, they totally failed and did exactly what everybody thought they would do? Like they are losing power every year. We go down this further CFP path. They lose more and more power. It's really, they need to just go away. They don't really serve a football purpose. Yeah.
Clueless fan base. I hope that clueless fan base, they never have anything remotely close to 2023. Screw Michigan, and I hope the worst comes their way. And that's all I have to say about that. I'm trying to be quick, but
and then Mark, one more thing about it. Did you see Portnoy's video he posted about it, reacting to the punishment? Mark,
I like him, except for
He's
when he
right.
talks about Michigan. He turns into a jackass.
he's totally right when he said that's all you're going to give us is 20 million, and he called it ashtray money. You think we give a blank about 20 million? He's exactly right. That's exactly how my reaction was. 20 million to win a championship is totally worth it. Like, and he called it ashtray money. And to these donors and everything, it's Michigan. 20 million ain't nothing. They got off easy. And you know what they should do, Mark? If you had any humility, when the sanctions came out and you saw it wasn't that bad, if you're a Michigan fan, you should wipe the sweat off your forehead. Thank God you didn't get nailed or get that thing taken away or whatever, and move on to this year. Celebrating it like it's something to be proud of rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, they really ought to be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed if Notre Dame did a quarter of the stuff that went on there with the breaking the evidence in the pond, and it's really a disgrace to college football. With Notre Dame, Miami, put all your money on Notre Dame.
Ooh.
Notre Dame is the best team in the country against the spread since Freeman has been hired.
It's a good point.
They cover 70% of the time. They cover 82% of the time versus ranked opponents. That's the best in the last 3 years. And in that same time frame, Miami of Florida has been awful the last couple years. 28% against the spread. Oh, my wife's telling me I'm being too loud.
Yeah.
And
she's going to kick you out into the garage again. Don't do it, Sally.
I'm in the garage just looking through the door.
Oh, my.
And Miami is 1-6 against ranked teams in that span. Let me remind you, Notre Dame, 14 wins in that same span, tied for the most with Georgia. Miami stinks on paper. Last year they played Last year they played one ranked team, and they lost. This version is a hodgepodge of garbage. Always bet on Freeman, except when you play the Buckeyes. But, actually, the NCAA needs to investigate Ohio State after this because what? Yeah.
Mark, what are you not being too loud? These are appropriate levels.
15 days away, I'm going to give you my prediction. I haven't seen any predictions. I want to be the first. I got Notre Dame winning 31-17. Miami's going to score a garbage late score, make it closer than it looks. Let me add a QB hot take.
Ooh.
QB hot take. I'm going to wait and see. I think the world of this staff, Freeman in particular. I had a post-it note when I first came on. I wanted to say I was a first-time caller, long-time listener. I got my post-it notes out of order.
Mark.
That's all I got, but shout out to the chat. The chat is the lifeblood of the Always Irish channel.
It really is.
We're undefeated in the chat.
Yeah.
We have one or two clowns, and we have a Kent, but otherwise we're on the up and up.
I don't know what you're on tonight, but the people are enjoying it, Mark.
And you got any questions for me?
Yeah. I want to know, do you think it would be a good idea for me to do the live watch-along party for LSU Clemson? You think that'll be a hit or a dud?
Yeah, I think as long as LSU's not winning, people hang around and then just maybe kill the feed if the game goes sideways because nobody's going to want to.
Yeah,
it could be really fun if LSU's losing and we can pile on.
Yeah, that's my thought too. If Kelly starts winning, I'm just going to end the stream. Like if he's winning late, we're just going to end the stream. But I still think it'd be fun. Oh, Mark, one more Notre Dame question. I'm going to ask you what I asked Goolsby. Anything non-quarterback related you think should get more attention that isn't?
I'm surprised at the lack of special teams coverage by every outlet in the Notre Dame. What do you call it? Notre Dame.
The ecosystem.
Ecosystem. Yeah, like what the hell are the special teams going to look like? Nobody's talked that as far as I can tell, or if they have, it's been bare minimum. And I'm really interested in that because, as you saw last season, perfect example, it was an absolute weapon. Short yardage particular, and I don't know what that's going to look like. It worries me because short yardage was such a strength last year, where extended drives.
We'll see.
I don't know what it's going to look like, but yeah,
we'll
special
see.
teams. And yeah, I guess that's all I got.
Oh, Mark, I love you, buddy. Thanks for being on hold. Anything on the way out?
Nope, Notre Dame. What was my prediction?
What was it? 31-17? 31-17?
31-17. And whatever quarterback gets the start, 100%. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, Mark, never change, man. I love you so much. The wife yelling at him, you're being too loud, and he's already in the garage. Somebody else mentioned, why is there weird numbers in the chat after your name? I have no idea. One of you smart tech people look up why that's happening. I have no idea. I haven't changed anything. A few weeks ago, I logged in and I noticed it was different. I haven't changed anything. Somebody look up why that happened. I do not understand at all. I don't get it. 573, what's going on?
That's right, Johnny. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm ready for some football.
Man, I want to start a petition to fund the Amaretto Fund for Mark with Glasses, just so that we can get a Saturday call in like that every week.
Yeah, he was ready to go and fired up. I love it, man. That guy is his creative mind. I love it, man. It's a beautiful thing. Saturday night, you don't know what you're going to get.
Every week are crazy.
You don't know what you're going to get on a Saturday night, and I love it. So it's a beautiful thing, man. So what's on your mind?
Man, anything but quarterback. Yeah. I don't care at this point. Like, give me Kenny, give me CJ. I'm not gonna bitch either way unless we lose.
Yeah,
like,
that's very honest.
Be real, like,
yeah, at least you're honest, right? Yeah.
Like if we lose, obviously there was a misstep, but really, what I'm more concerned about is how well the defense is going to excel under Chris Ash, because I think his zone, like more heavily zone format, is going to do us well. You know, like Mickens was trying to go more zone during the USC game last year, and I'm like, the more I'm watching other defenses, the more I'm starting to question how heavily man we were last year and how excited I am for the more heavily zoned we're going to have this year.
It'll be interesting to see exactly how far that goes. Like, you're not going to be in zone 80% of the time or whatever. Like, that's not going to be a thing, but where you pick to use that and like what that's going to look like. Like, I'm interested in that. Like, the defense simply cannot regress. It's either got to be at the same level or get better, because you got to support this new quarterback, and the lower the score you can keep it on defense, the more margin that guy has. It's a big deal. Cannot regress.
Right. And I really think the secondary is going to get a few turnovers or force a couple key stops. Like, I can't remember the last time we've had talent like this, range like this, length like this. Like, I really have no significant worries other than wanting to see what we look like on defense.
Yeah. What about on the offense? What about on the offensive side of the ball? Do you feel comfortable with what we're running out with the line? Do you feel like the wide receivers are really going to take a step up? Like everybody, I think, feels good with the top end running backs, but what about those receivers in O-line?
I think Mike Brown is taking the same steps that Mickens did when he first came in. And I think it's going to take 2 or 3 years with him from now until we're at the same level that our secondary's in. But guys like Will Pauling and Malachi Fields are going to really push our pass catchers to, like, up to another level, I think. Because Pauling, like, him sleeping in the goog every night, like, I can't remember, like, the last time we had a wide receiver that was making headlines like that about how hard of a worker they are.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all we had before was guys who had a lot of talent and were making some cool catches during camp. The guy, like, we've had guys who are, like, staying after on the offensive line. We've had quarterbacks staying after. We've had kind of everything under the sun outside of wide receivers pushing the culture forward, and having a guy like Pauling come in and just immediately make his mark on the room like that is a great sign, in my opinion. It's just, we've never had anything like that.
Man, I would really like to I would really like to think either one of these quarterbacks will be able to sling that ball and give these wide receivers a better chance more consistently to make plays. That's what I'm looking forward to, man. Anything else, man? Thanks a lot.
You know, I'm just excited for the season. I can't wait for football next weekend, and I'm just going to be holding tight until Sunday, because once we have the official word on who the quarterback is, I'm just going to start going crazy, because I've just been, like, staying quiet and, like, waiting. And once we get that word, it's time to party.
Yeah, it'll be really nice to turn the page forward here. Hey, thanks a lot, buddy. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, have a great night.
Have a good one, man. It's you never know what you're going to get on a Saturday night, folks. You never know. Did I load up on Pepto-Bismol for the season? Not yet, but I'll get there. I do a lot of pacing. During Notre Dame time. A lot of walking around deep in my thoughts. Anybody that was there for the Indiana tailgate, you saw it firsthand. Not the John you're used to. And I was just pacing around the parking lot by myself. Just totally whacked out. I think I had one or two drinks all day. I got there at like noon for an 8 o'clock game. I had like 2 drinks all day, pacing around the parking lot, talking to myself. Cotter and his brother walk up, take one look at me, and just go, oh boy, this is one of those. And they just walk right by me. Like, I'm sorry, man. It was just, the moment got to me. That was a big deal. Evangeli's. Wait, what just happened? Dude, something just flashed on my screen. Am I dreaming? Did you guys see that? Something just flashed. I think I'm losing my mind in here or something. What the hell is going on? 570. Tony, what's going on?
Hey, John, how are you?
I'm doing great. I like my Saturday nights with the Always Irish people, man.
Well, I love Saturday night also, and the only time I ever call. But I'm trying to get I'm trying to get Margaret Glasses off of Amaretto. I'm trying to get him into something other than that. And I know you're not going to like this, but I married a woman who's really into wine. I'm trying to get Mark into wine a little bit, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I won't hold it against you guys. So I won't hold it against you guys. Do what you need to do, Tony.
He's obviously on fire tonight, and I like it.
Me
I love
too.
Margaret Glasses.
He was
He's
fired
become
up.
a good friend of mine. He's become a good friend of mine through this podcast. So thanks for that.
Yeah, man. It is the best thing about doing any of this is the people we've all met and the connections we have. And it feels like family, dysfunctional at times, but ultimately family. Like, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Tony, where are you at with all this? You know, we're a couple weeks away. You have the quarterback thing that's ongoing that is like a big deal. Like, I am just ready to figure out who it's going to be, rally behind them, build to Miami, and let's go.
I'm so up to my ears in quarterback bullshit. I'm with you. Name a quarterback. Let's all get behind them, and whoever it is, let's go.
Yep, that's. I think a lot of people are there. Maybe we'll get an answer tomorrow. I don't know, but that's maybe a thought. But really, man, I'm excited to see this football team. It is the deepest and most athletic I've seen in like 30 years at least. And it should be a really, really good football team. It's just a really challenging start. You just got to get off to a good start, and it's going to be a really good team.
I think I told you a couple of years ago, probably 3 years ago, that we're going to get deeper, we're going to get stronger, we're going to get faster, we're going to get longer. And that's what head coach Marcus Freeman is all about. And if this team comes to fruition with the depth, the strength, the length, the speed, what the hell do we have to worry about? And I don't want to say we need to worry about the quarterback because I think we have two good ones. It doesn't matter who it is. Let's go play.
Yeah, I think my anxiety, Tony, is I have an idea of how good I think this roster and program is right now. My anxiety is just that they prove it through some challenging early games with a lot of moving parts that have some risk. Like, that's my anxiety. I know it's a top tier program now and have a different level of athlete and depth. It's just my anxiety is that going to show early to put you on a path to where later in the season, when things are a little more put together, you're on a playoff path. That's where I'm at.
Well, I understand your anxiety. You're a long time born, bred, blood, whatever the hell it is, Notre Dame fan, and that's good for you. And I understand the anxiety, and you haven't seen the big time, except for maybe the last year, and then got disappointed at the end. But I understand that, and I understand that from all the fan base. But come on, let's see what happens. Let's go.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I have complete confidence in the coaching staff, and whatever they decide to do at the quarterback position, they still have defense, offense, linemen, running backs, defensive backs. Let's go.
Yeah, it is. Man, I'm ready to get it started again. And it has been a long off season. But Tony, we took 1 month at a time, 1 week at a time, check the days off the calendar, and it's almost here, man. It is back. We're ready to go.
Yeah, 2 weeks from tomorrow night.
Oh, man.
Put it on the television. Away we go.
By the
way, Johnny, can't wait to see you in September for the Purdue tailgate.
Man, I'm really, really looking forward to it. This is going to be exciting. And it's just, I don't know, man. I need Notre Dame to prove they're as good as I think this program is. And I want it for Freeman, and I want it for that new quarterback. Whoever it is, I want it for that guy to get in there and be successful early and have people rally behind him and all that. Like, And I want Freeman to prove this isn't a one and done with the playoff thing, that we have staying power. There's a lot on the line this year.
And if we're true Notre Dame fans, and God bless you, I've become one. I don't know how that happened, but I've become one. But if we're true Notre Dame fans, we got to get behind whoever it is. And all this social media bullshit that's been going on, knock that shit off and let's go and get behind whoever it is. Doesn't matter who it is. Let's go. And, oh, by the way, Johnny, are you coming in Friday night or are you coming in Saturday?
I think we're just going to do Saturday. I did not get the house this time. I think it's just going to be an early morning Saturday shot.
I'm sorry to hear that, but that gives me the opportunity to go see a high school football game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do follow you. That'll work out then for you guys and the family. That'll be good. But I think we're going to do a Saturday thing. And then it looks like I'm going to have some big tailgate plans for USC. And I didn't know that was going to happen, but some opportunities have come to me, and I'll have an official announcement soon. But for anybody, I think I'm going to be on the ground for USC and have something for us all to go to. So.
Well, I can't afford those tickets for the USC game. It's bad enough for the frickin' Purdue game. I can't believe how much I'm paying for a Purdue ticket, but
I know.
It is what it is.
I know. It's a bit much. I guess it is, but that's the world we live in now. And apparently Purdue is Nick Saban era Alabama coming to town. I didn't know that, but that's what it's priced like.
Yeah, I didn't know it either, but hey, it's only money.
Yeah.
I have money I haven't spent yet, so I guess I'm going to spend it.
There you go. Oh, it's all going to be worth it just to spend the day with us, right?
Absolutely. And oh, by the way, I called in last week, but you put somebody else on and I just hung up. But happy anniversary to your mom and dad, two of the nicest people I've ever met.
45 years.
People I've ever met.
45 years. That's a long damn time to still like somebody. Good job, parents.
Yeah, you got great parents. I don't know how the hell they produce you, but you got great parents.
Well, I appreciate that. The older I get, the more I'm realizing how lucky I am with my family dynamic. And I'm very, very grateful and happy that my brother and mom and dad are all a part of this. And everybody knows them and they're like a part of this whole thing. That means a lot to me.
All right, John, I'm getting the hell out. Get somebody else on. You had somebody on for too long, but that's okay. Good night.
Have a good one. Yeah, 45 years. They got married young. I think my mom was like 21 or 22 or 19. I don't know. She was young. And then they had me, and look how I turned out, right? Like, thank God for my brother. My brother is like normal. I'm really grateful for him because he's like normal, and I appreciate that. We need that in this family. My brother being like the calm, normal one. Look at this from G-Bank. Question for the chat. What's your biggest ND what if? For example, what if Randy Moss went to ND? What if Ambrose Wooden knocked down that pass to Dwayne Jarrett? I'm telling you this right now. YouTube was just becoming a thing around Bush Push era, 2005. YouTube was just getting going. There was like 50 videos on there. I can't even tell you how many times I played in slow motion the Ambrose Wooden Dwayne Jarrett pass, asking myself, you couldn't just get a finger on that thing? You couldn't just get a finger on that thing? Man, frustrating. There's a lot of those in Notre Dame land. Oh, there's a lot of those. You had a very catchable interception that would have ended the game against Ohio State at home too. Oh, it just hurts, man. It just hurts. $2 for the Bobo. It's Kenny because Freeman's scared to have a real offense. I mean, what do you, I don't know what that means. By real, do you mean more passing than you think you're going to get with him? I don't know. Renee says, John, your podcast is the only one with different names. I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. I don't know what that means. But there's no setting. I haven't changed nothing. I haven't changed anything. All right, folks, that's going to be it. We got to end a little earlier tonight. I got stuff going on. It's just about 10 o'clock. We've almost gone 2 hours. That's going to be it. Thanks for being here. Thanks for donating. Thanks for calling. We're going to have something on Patreon for you tomorrow night. Then when we go to Monday, we're going to have Monday Night Raw. You've seen the same thing in other chats. All right. Well, then something's going on that I don't. It makes me feel better knowing you've seen it on other channels. I have no idea what it is. Anyways, Patreon chat on fire, ND25 promo code. And we'll see you tomorrow night on Patreon, Monday morning on the normal radio show. And then we'll see you Monday night for Raw. Thanks a lot for a Saturday night. Good night.